Wow, that's just obliterated a level 6. This is the best new ammo BSG have added this wipe. This is the new 300 blackout round, the CBJ. In this video, we'll take a look at the new round, how it compares to similar 5.56 and 7.62 rounds, and if you stick around to the end, I'll show you the best MCX build to get the most out of this round and make sure it's as effective as possible. So, the CBJ round is available at level 3 skier, 414 rubles per round, and you can buy a maximum of 150 rounds per reset. So restricted in a similar fashion to 5.56A1. The weapon, of course, that you're going to use is the MCX, also available at skier level 3. And the M6 is fairly expensive, just under 95k rubles from skier, and pretty expensive to mod 2, but we'll get into that towards the end of the video. So, CBJ sits right between M62 and AP Blackout when it comes to penetration. However, the damage is superior to both. At 58 damage and 43 penetration, this round is really effective throughout all of the armor classes. It struggles a little bit against tier 6, but as you saw earlier, if you spray enough rounds, it'll cut through it and annihilate the Chad. Now, when comparing this new round to the 5.56 variants of M855A1 and M856A1, you can see the damage is superior across both, and similar story, the penetration sits just between the two, but much closer to M855A1, making this on par pretty much across all the armor tiers, including level 6. It's very similar capability to 5.5A1 all the way through, and cost wise it's a little bit more expensive, but I would say that this is a really useful round. And whilst the recoil is higher for Blackout versus 5.56, I think this is a really effective round and compares. So now we should really compare to 7.62 by 39. And BP has been the staple. We know that BP is a really good round. This wipe, they added in the PP round, and you can see Blackout CBJ is both higher damage and higher penetration than what everyone's referring to as the new meta in the PP round. So for me, this edge is much closer. This is almost as good as BP. The damage is the same, the penetration slightly less, which means BP will deal with tier 6 armor much better, but this is an incredibly good round. And when you compare the recoil on Blackout versus 7.62 by 39, you'll find that this is a really capable round. So, now that we've established how capable the round is, let's focus on how we're going to use that round and what build is going to be best used to dispatch the lethalness of the CBJ. The MCX is a little bit more expensive to purchase and to modify than the M4, and the recoil is higher. However, we've already established that the damage and penetration can be closer to that of BP. And if you're not comfortable with a 7.62 rifle build, this is the build I would go with to get the best mid ground across both recoil and ergonomics. As you can see, this build achieves 41 vertical recoil and 32 ergonomics. You can play around with this build and change the foregrip to achieve a little bit more ergo or a little bit less recoil, depending on what you're going for. And of course, you can change out the holo for what's my favorite, the voodoo. Right, let's take both these to the range and see exactly how the holo and voodoo perform when on this build. As you can see, there isn't that much recoil. When crouched, this is pretty much a laser. Now, if we change up the holo for the voodoo, you'll see that not only is this capable at spraying down players, with the high damage, single tap headshots are really useful too. Voodoo's great, and you can consistently hit headshots. And if you need to, spray or tap away, then popping out to the 1x on the voodoo allows you to do this. So, that's the new round. This is my preferred build. Give it a go. Let me know in the comments how you found it, if you've managed to take out some chads. Best of luck in the raids, and I'll catch you in the next one. Whoa, before you go, do me a solid, like the video, get subscribed, don't miss out on any future content that's coming up. Build guides, gear guides, and quest guides. If there's anything specific that you'd like me to make a video on, I've done that for a couple of viewers recently. Drop a comment down below, tell me what it is that you're struggling with, and I'll do my best to help.